Hello again, YouTube. It's been too long. I haven't been really throwing anything up on here lately. I've just been working on my house for the past friggin' year, spending a ton of money on some exterior stuff. But I'm back on my bike. Put a few 100 miles on it last year. Didn't really get to ride it a lot because, again, working on my house stuff. But I'm back with a couple quick updates on this thing. So for the longest time, I've been trying to figure out how to delete the ABS system on this. And reading forums, Facebook groups, doing some research. I just can't stand it. This is the first ever bike I've had with these sophisticated electronics. I went from a K6 Gixxer 1000 to this. So there's a night and day difference in electronics. That thing had none, was an absolute monster and would tear you apart. You know, you really had to be skilled enough to handle that thing. And this, with all the rider aids, you can be a little bit more of a novice and still be able to control a 765cc bike, which still this thing isn't a joke either. If you guys got one, you know. But yeah, so been looking to delete the ABS on this. Towards the end of the season last year, I actually installed a Magura HC1 front master cylinder, and that thing's awesome. It gives you way more brake feel, even with the ABS connected. But I just still didn't really like the squishiness of the lever. It felt like it wasn't all there, and I bled it to death. And it still was like the travel was a lot more than I felt like it should have been. So did my research during the winters, gathered up some parts, and deleted on the ABS. And I'm going to show you guys what I bought and how I went about it, since I got it all torn apart, so you can see it a little bit better. So the first thing you need to know if you're going to delete the ABS is the pump has to stay connected because it's part of the ECU. The bike will not run without that getting a signal from the ABS pump. So the easiest way to do it is just remove all the hard lines and throw some block offs in it. It won't know the difference. So I bought these little red block off caps from a company, this one here, HSBK Racing. There's the part number. I believe they're for like Aprilia or Ducati or something like that, but as long as it's an M10 thread, it'll fit that guy. So I bought that, and then I did some other upgrades to it as well. Did EBC double H Sintered pads for the front, and during the winter sourced some secondhand RS M50 calipers. Ditched the old ones that were on their M32s or whatever they're called, and got them, and that's what the EBC pads are on. And along with that, part of the deletion of the ABS system and all of the hard lines is I went to Hell. Actually, I didn't go to Hell, but that's what those are from. I went to 46 Moto, or Moto 46. They're a UK company. This dude, Paul, he's friggin' awesome. I emailed him and said, hey, what's up with, race lines for Street Triple? And, we emailed back and forth a few times. You got clip-ons, you got the regular bars, blah, 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 blah. And then here comes in the mail these Hell H style. So one single line comes up from down from the master cylinder to that one, and then runs across to this caliper. And again, as long as you keep the ABS all intact, you use the OEM clips, ran that to the caliper, or from the calipers to the master cylinder, and yeah, she's money. I do have to add some little bracketry because it's still a little flapping in the breeze here. But luckily, up under here, there is some bolt provisions that actually will run in some of the extra fasteners that I've removed from this. And that's where I went to Racetorx again, another awesome company. They make these little brackets in titanium or stainless steel in a few different legs. And I got a bunch of them because they're actually pretty cheap for, you know, how much they manufacture them. And I'm going to stick one up there and then use some little clamps to hold that guy right in place. And the back, I did the same thing, but I also went to Racetorx and deleted on the master cylinder, or the reservoir. Did the same thing. Hell, that guy Paul, awesome dude, again, sent me the rear line as well as part of the kit, which goes right back to the rear caliper. ABS line is still intact. So yeah, and then I just used another little bracket and their P-clip kit, and that thing ain't going nowhere. Haven't ridden it yet to see how she rides, but again, it's, you know, March here, up in New York, so it'll be probably another few weeks or a month or so, before I actually get out and get on her to test out these new brakes. But again, it should be a lot better, better brake feel. And that's pretty much all I was after with that, was just a better feel on the brakes. Not too difficult. Literally the hardest part was removing up the hard lines. It was kind of a pain because they're jammed down in between like the subframe and the frame here. So that was kind of a pain getting that one out of there. But the other ones really weren't that bad. They're just in the sides of the frame in like these guides. And you just snap them out of there, unbolt everything, unbleed the system, rebleed the new one, and you should be all good to go. Yeah, other than that, that was the worst part about this whole thing. So, yeah, that's where she's at. If anybody's got any questions, if anybody wants to try this, again, I'll put all the links to all the parts in the description. Even like the stuff that you won't have to buy, but I did just because you know what, if everything's apart, why not do it the way I want to do it. I know there is a couple different scenarios for this brake, the front brakes. You can run the double lines with the double banjo, like it normally, you know, I don't know, Galfer, Core Moto, a bunch of those places sell those type of kits. But I just went to hell because British bike, British manufacturer brake lines. And the other good thing about these brake lines that is pretty tits is the banjos actually swivel. So if the orientation wasn't this orientation at all, if you need it a certain way, you can actually just crimp this in a vise or hold it with like a pair of adjustable like crescent wrench, and then stick a screwdriver through that banjo and spin that to where the position that you need it in, and that goes with all of them, both sides. The one that goes to reservoir, master cylinder, and the one for the rear. So that's a plus. And I don't know if a lot of companies actually do that. I think Venhill makes ones that spin, but yeah, so that's another plus for that. Other than that, nothing really too crazy, and you know, nothing other than what you guys saw last time when I uploaded. But yeah, I love the way those calipers look on here opposed to the regular ones. If anybody needs any OEM parts, hit me up. Yeah, I got calipers and all the steel braided the braided lines for sale. So yeah, hit me any questions in the comments on anything. If you guys need help or got, you know, looking to take this on, I can definitely help you out. Again, I did this because I could not find one on the Street Triple. You can find it on Gixxer's, Kawasaki's, friggin' every other manufacturer, you know. But again, I don't know what it is with the Triumph stuff. If it's because they're, you know, the Moto 2 bikes that they want to keep more secret. But yeah, you got me why there's not a lot of info on these things. So yeah, thanks for taking time checking it out, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.